In her book, The Turnaway Study, Dr. Foster tells a personal story of being at a mom's group where one of the women present said she could never understand why anyone would kill her baby, why anyone would have an abortion. Dr. Foster described the response as silence. No one really said anything until after the woman had left. Then, after she was gone, the stories came out, and it turns out of the 8 women present, 3 of them had actually had abortions. Dr. Foster's conclusion is that if you think you don't know anyone who's had an abortion, more likely you don't know anyone who's told you they've had an abortion. Now, for Dr. Foster, that woman's comments, that pro life message that got out there, she viewed that as is very challenging for women. And she points out appropriately that it is hard for post abortive women to hear those statements. But I also want to pull out another theme that comes out in her book, and that's how isolating an abortion can be. Of the women in the study, about 1/3 of them told no one about their abortion other than the father of the child. Dr. Foster points out if you have a child, you tend to make friends with mothers who have children around the same age, but the same is not true of abortion, and many of the women talked about how isolating the whole experience was for them. So now being pro-life is likely to be a challenge around post-abortive women, no question about it. And we have a duty to speak truth in love in everything that we do. But I also want to encourage you that does not mean that we can be silent, because silence speaks in favor of that isolation. Silence speaks in favor of leaving that burden on a woman alone. Of course, being pro life is going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge to see the humanity of the preborn child, challenge to see that relational bond between a mother and a child that begins from the moment of that child's existence. And as the pro-life movement, we need to take that challenge to call women, to call to them to realize what they have been through and to be able to give them the support and love they need to deal with it.